Here's a story that I hope you can help me tell. And you might hear some growling because my dog Raven is right here beside me. I'll just show you. There she is. She likes stories and she may stay for the whole story. You never know. This is a story about a little girl who lived with her mother, and they lived outside a village. The village wasn't really much bigger than, well, Seven Sisters, where near where I live, or even Whitemouth, which is not very large. But around the village and between the house where the little girl lived and the village was the forest. And every day the mother would say to her daughter, the little girl, she'd say to her, well, you can go out and play in the garden, but don't go deep into the woods or the Gunni wolf will get you. The Gunni wolf? The little girl often wondered, what was that all about? But she was obedient and she would say, no, mother, I won't. But when this story starts, one particular morning, her mother thought that she would walk into the village and get some of those delicious cinnamon buns that the bakery always had. And she said to her daughter, I won't be gone very long. You can watch me as I go down the road and turn the corner, the bend in the road there. And I'll come back with some delicious, warm cinnamon buns from the bakery. But remember, I know, Mother, said the little girl, don't go deep into the woods. Stay in the garden because the Gunni wolf will get me. Right, said the mother, and off she went. So she went out of the garden and she opened the gate because there was a fence all around the garden and a little gate. And then she closed the gate behind her and the little girl waved at the gate. Bye, Mom, see you later. And she watched as her mother went down the road and disappeared around a bend in the road. And she was going to play in the yard and do exactly as her mother asked her. But at the edge of the forest, beyond the gate and beyond the road, she saw white flowers growing. And she thought to herself, oh, white flowers, my mother loves white flowers. I'll just open the gate and go and pick some of those white flowers. And that's what she did. She was going to go back through the gate, close the gate behind her, and play in the garden. But a little bit further into the woods, she saw blue flowers. But my mother loves blue flowers too. I'll just pick a few of those. And she was so happy to find these beautiful flowers that she sang. Maybe you could sing with me. That's some of the help I need. Come see, come saw, come see, come saw, come see, come saw. Well, she was going to go back. But even further into the woods, what do you think she saw? What color flowers? Maybe yellow flowers? Possibly. Maybe one of you is wearing something yellow today. Oh, I have to have some of those yellow flowers for my mom. And off she went deeper into the woods. Come see, come saw, come see, come saw. She was so happy. Now she had white flowers and blue flowers and yellow flowers, and she meant to return to the garden and close the gate behind her. But further in she saw purple. Oh, well, my mother loves purple. And deeper into the woods she went. Come see, come saw. Sing along with me. Come see, come saw. Come see, come saw. Now, if she had stopped and looked behind her, she would have realized that she could no longer see the road or the fence around the garden or the garden gate or her house. She was that deep in the woods. But ahead of her, even deeper in the woods, she saw some beautiful, bright red flowers. Oh, I have to have some of those for my mother. I have to have them. Come see, come saw, come see, come saw. And deep, deep in the woods, and she bent down and she picked those red flowers. And now she had white flowers and blue flowers and yellow flowers and purple flowers and red. And no sooner had she picked those red flowers when up jumped the Gunni wolf. Oh, and the little girl ran. Maybe you could do this. I'm just patting my thighs with my hands. Can you do that as if she's running? But the wolf chased after her. Hunker-chaw, 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 hunker-chaw. And he caught up with her again. Little girl, will you sing that sweet and good song for me one more time? Okay. Come see, come saw, come see, come saw, come see, sing along, come on. Come see, come saw, come see, come saw. And she heard the sound of snoring because the wolf had fallen down into a deep sleep, all curled up on the ground. And so she ran. Let's make her run. But the wolf woke up, chased after her. Let's go. Hunker-chaw, 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 hunker-chaw. He caught up with her. Little girl, why'd you stop singing that sweet and good song? Oh, okay, I'll sing it again, she said. Come see, come saw, come see, come saw, come see, come saw, come see, come saw. It's actually French we're singing. Yes, like this, like that, like this, like that. Come see, come saw, come see, come saw. And the wolf fell asleep again. And so she ran, let's go. But the wolf woke up and he chased her. Hunker-chaw, 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 hunker-chaw. And he reached her one more time. But this time, she had reached the gate of her garden. And she rushed through the gate. She closed the gate. She rushed into the house. She closed the house door. And she sat in the rocking chair by the fireplace. And all that was left in her hands were the white flowers that she had found at the very beginning of this adventure. And just then her mother returned home with the cinnamon buns. Oh, she said to her daughter, and what did you do while I was gone? You didn't go into the forest, did you? Now, sometimes when I tell that story, I say the little girl said, yes, I did, Mother. And sometimes I say the little girl said, oh, no, I didn't win. I never went into the forest, Mother. But she's sitting there and she has the white flowers in her hand. So I ask you, my dear listeners, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think the little girl said?